Hey, everybody, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show. Savannah Gomez with an historic perfect game last time she took the mound. This crowd is ready to see what she has for an encore. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Stepping in, Brandon Leggett.
This afternoon, the right fielder, Brandon Leggett.
Gomez was as good as you can be the last time out, pitching a perfect game.
Perfect games are so rare, so unexpected, and it's a game that fans are going to remember forever. Just one game, sure, but she's got to have a ton of confidence after that one. Such a challenge when a pitcher's got great velocity. She's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
And next for the Angels, Jason Dominguez. Foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Trent Grisham, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
All she's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Back in Anaheim, bottom of the second. So the Cleveland Guardians have firmly established themselves as top contenders around halfway through the season. This is what was expected of them, Singy, and they backed it up.
No doubt about it. These guys are rolling and in a great position so far, and they look like they're not going to be stopping anytime soon. Now they got to decide, are they going to go out and add some help before the deadline, or do they think they have enough to make a deep October run as is?
Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts. So up next, Doug Ladd. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And down on strikes. 2 down.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the pitcher credit on the mound, though. She went right after him.
James Triantos at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Got him swinging. And she strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. On the ground. Oh, look at the stop. From his knees, the throw.
No, he's in there.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Gomez looking to recover after the leadoff hitter gets off.
Well, 1 on, no outs, and the pitcher's job now is controlling the situation. Focus on this next hitter and move on.
Velasquez to second. A sensational double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Andres Murillo, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get...
Got him looking for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Leggett leading things off and takes a strike.
You know, these Angels, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black and a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Got him with number 9 for her in this game.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in, so hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
2 down, nobody on. Check swing called strike. 0-2. Got him swinging for the K. And she strikes out the side for the 3rd. Back here at Angel Stadium. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Ben Rice, towards first. Velasquez takes it to the bag, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Doug Ladd, the next to hit for the Angels.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
Swings through it for the K. That's her 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. And next for L.A., James Triantos. That one fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
2 down, nobody on.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings and misses, struck him out. She continues to. Gomez back to work with the lead.
Yeah, and this is where you want to work quick and efficient. Pound the zone, force contact, no freebies, no drama.
Velasquez takes it himself. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Angels.
And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one. Here's the Angels catcher. He hit into a double play his first time up. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Oh, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or
fielder,
Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. She throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Two down, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Andres Murillo. Yeah, that's fouled off. 0-1. And there's a foul ball. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that'll do it. Make it 6. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. He swings and fouls one off.
You know, these Angels just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Got him. One up, one down. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Got him. Out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here's Trent Grisham right through there for a strike.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch. You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side. On to the bottom of the 8th. So in now for the Angels, Ben Rice. And a foul ball. Swings through that one for strike 2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 0-2. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. Went right after him with that 2-strike pitch as she continues to roll on the mound.
Yeah, she's not out there trying to nibble at all. She is attacking the strike zone, and I think when your confidence builds as the start goes on, still putting up all zeros on the scoreboard gives you a lot of confidence that you can really continue to go after these hitters. That wasn't the best pitch for the strikeout there, and she probably admit that, but she got it by him.
Make it 18 strikeouts on the day.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Ooh, you got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side for the 5th time today. Incredible. Gomez back on the mound for the 9th, looking to finish what she started, Singy.
One more clean frame, Boog. That'd be the exclamation point on a strong day. Just 3 outs away from a CG.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Ball, that's outside.
That one at triple digits. And a swing and a miss, and now 1 away.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that she might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Number 13 now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swing and a miss. Angels with only 1 out left.
Well, a pretty big contrast in that at bat. First couple of pitches down in the zone, and those are competitive pitches, so you have to respect it as a hitter. And then with 2 strikes, ran that fastball by him up high, and there was just no catching up.
Murillo at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. They're down to their final strike. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. Gomez went by Bob Feller and Rube Waddell in the record books, punching out her 350th batter of the season.
Well, the air's pretty thin up here, Boog. Only 3 other pitchers in the modern era have hit 350. Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan, and Sandy Koufax. That's it. What a season she's put together.
Savannah Gomez threw an absolute gem in her last appearance. Does this prospect have another shutout in her today? It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. Josue DePaula steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
The left fielder, number 95.
DePaula with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Just misses with that one. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel. Make sure you recognize it. Try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Over to first, and the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Justin Crawford.
As a veteran out there on the bump, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, she's working inside.
Slowly on the ground to short. Whips it to first on the run. And they get the out. Dodgers down in. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom half of inning number 2, Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one fouled off. Gomez in her 9th season, 30 years old now. Can't forget to mention she's a former MVP. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's one away. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Alejandro Ozuna. Ozuna with a homer in his last game. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Already 3 strikeouts here in the early part of this start, so I think the hitters further down in this lineup might need to take notice, take some notes, share some information. Got to bring a better plan to the plate, or else it's going to be a really difficult game. Disrupt this pitcher, do something to get her out of her rhythm. Swing and a bouncer. Handles, throws to first. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. After 2. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. And first offering is fouled off. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. And that one fouled off. Got him looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. Chisholm wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. Got him swinging for the K. The high heat, too much on that one. With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of. And now, Dominic Patelli. The throw to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the 3rd. Trey Morgan steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This one in the air. And that is that. 9 straight retired here. Bottom of the 4th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Josue DePaula. The 0-2 gets a piece and stays alive. Got him. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger. Short. The batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Swings through that one, out in front that time. The Dodgers trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Cut on and miss, struck him out. 2 away now. And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one. Here's the center fielder, Justin Crawford. He's 0 for 1.
Number 5, Justin Crawford.
That's in there, and that's strike 1. Swings through that. Next one just misses. 2-2. Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. And that's a strikeout looking. And she strikes out the side in the 4th. So 12 up. Gomez ready to work with a lead, Siggy.
Yeah, this is the stretch where games are won. Nothing flashy. She just needs to throw strikes and let the defense work behind her.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Reaching down, makes the catch. Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be. So up next, Alejandro Ozuna. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Way out front for strike 2. She really sells the changeup with that arm action. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Hunter Goodman. She's just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch. And a swing. down on strikes. That's her 9th strikeout so far. So 5. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jazz Chisholm Jr. On the ground, Ortiz. The throw to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Patelli now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And that misses. And that is ball 1. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Out number 2.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat it. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
On the ground to the left. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. So she's perfect. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The left fielder, Postway.
Foul ball there. And the 0-1. Fouled off. He was late.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Marlon Short, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going.
That curveball's been a big pitch for her today. She's been able to get ahead in the count with it. She's also been able to use it to put hitters away.
Got him swinging. Justin Crawford now at the plate.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Struck him out looking, and she strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. The perfection continues. 21 straight. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Dalton Rushing.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Struck him out swinging. 13 strikeouts now. She's putting together an impressive outing.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Ozuna, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. The whiffs just keep on coming. She's up to 14 now. 2 outs, base is empty. Next to hit, Hunter Goodman. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Got him looking. And she strikes out the side for the 3rd. Gomez looking for the complete game. This crowd feels it. You know she wants the ball to finish this.
Yeah, Boog, you live for moments like these. Exciting for us as announcers as well. It's all about closing the door.
That catches the zone for a strike. 0-2.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before.
Cuts and
The batter,
misses.
number
It's a
3.
strikeout.
Second
Gosh,
baseman,
here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, she's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Patelli in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. 0-1. Swing and a miss.
They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Just one out remaining for the Dodgers. And this is it. 1 out away from perfection. Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. They're down to their final strike.
She's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Got him. And that'll do it. Savannah Gomez with an historic perfect game last time she took the mound. This crowd is ready to see what she has for an encore. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab for the Cleveland Guardians, Savannah Gomez. She leads the entire league in wins, and every time she grabs the ball, you expect results.
Yeah, I love the fact that she's coming right after hitters, Boog, setting the tone from the jump and giving her team a real chance to stack up some wins.
She's not just a pitcher, she's a gamer. Shows up every fifth day ready to compete.
Yeah, that's why every rotation wants a player just like her. Flat out reliable. Sounds a little like you up here, Boog.
You got it.
One up, one down. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Gomez, ready to go again up against a hitter with some serious MVP buzz.
Yeah, and it isn't just height. This hitter can rake, Boog. You've got to hit your spots and avoid the middle of the plate at all costs.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out. 2 down, base is empty. Next for the Padres, Sal Stewart. Stewart went deep in his most recent game. And a big swing and a miss. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty. Now the Guardians will get here in Cleveland. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's in the top 10 for most stolen bases in baseball right now, Singy. You can't ignore him when he gets on base. Got him swinging.
That is it. The second baseman, Keishel.
So digging in, Luke Keishel.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Next is the designated hitter, Andrew Fisher. Second inning here, no score. Gomez, over 200 career wins, a former first-round pick back in 2025. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side here in the second. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in, Anthony Machado.
Steer right.
The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Next to hit, Colson Montgomery. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Battling here as he fouls it away. Top of the third, no score. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure her out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Here's Josh Young.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
2 down, nobody on.
Quickly in an 0-2 count. You've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in.
Struck him out swinging. And she strikes out the side for the second time. Gomez back on the mound to face the heart of the order singing.
Yeah, and this is where you got to sharpen your focus, Boog. No freebies. Make quality pitches and trust your plan.
Fastball for a strike. That one at triple digits. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Merrill batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Inside corner for a strike. 0-2. One number stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. And a swing and a miss. That's the second out.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, she should be able to rack up some more before she's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what she's offering out there.
At the plate, Sal Stewart. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings through that one. The Padres hitless so far in the game. And a big swing and a miss. Throw sails over his head at first. So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit of a morale killer. For a second, you think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
Clips the corner. No balls, 2 strikes. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. On to the bottom of the 4th now. Still with no score. Back here in Cleveland, we go to the top of the 5th. Luke Keeschel getting ready to hit. And a foul ball.
You know, these Padres just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Got him. 1 down. And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one. Now the DH for the Padres, Andrew Fisher. Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1. And that drops in for a strike. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
Now, Anthony Machado. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss.
She's not waiting for the pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
All she's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Gomez back to work. This is where poise meets pressure. Game's tight, and she's right in the fire.
Yeah, she's just got to trust her stuff and grind it out right here, Boog. These are the battles that define a start.
Way out front for strike 2. Swing and a miss. So she gets yet another strikeout, 16 so far.
Now there's a 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. And that one fouled off. The Padres yet to pick up a hit here. Check swing called strike. 0-2 now. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that she might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact. Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. She's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Make it 18 strikeouts on the day. So she's through 6. No hit. Gomez back to work. Third time through the lineup, Zingy.
Yeah, and this is where pitchers make their money, Boog. You got to stay sharp and mix it up here. This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Strikes him out with 102.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
So up next, Sal Stewart. On the ground, Perdomo. Handles, throws to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
The right fielder, Fernando Tatis.
Still no hits on the board. 1 out away from taking the no-no into the 8th.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
2 down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. So 2 strikes on Tatis. Struck him out looking. 7 no-hit innings in the books. Back now at Progressive Field. And this lineup is still hitless as we begin the 8th. Keishel, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. That's in there, and the count is 0-2. Strike 3 struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
And next is the designated hitter, Andrew Fisher. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Padres still looking for their first hit in this one.
Just a bit late on that ball. Ball, 0-2 hole now. He's going to have
pumping serious gas at 102 on that one.
Good pitch right there. I mean, she's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the players that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
2 down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss there.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simple.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It's an immaculate inning. 8 down, 1 to go. Gomez back to work now. They just handed her a cushion, Singy.
Yeah, now's the time to throw up a zero, Boog. Momentum's a fragile thing. You want to keep your foot on the gas and just shut the door here.
Shut it. On to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Just 2 more outs to go in this bid for a no-hitter.
And physically, there's probably some fatigue, but mentally, which might be what's most important, she seems as strong now as she's been all game.
I'm sure the adrenaline fully ramped up at this point as well. Sets him down on strikes. Padres with only 1 out remaining.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
They're down to their final strike.
Imagine the nerves with some of the defensive players.
Swing and a miss. She's done it. It's a no-hitter. Savannah Gomez, fresh off a no-hitter last time out. Let's see what she'll do for an encore. It's the Cleveland Guardians and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. Stepping in, Lars
Leading off here
Nootbaar.
tonight, the right fielder, number 21, Nootbaar.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Just misses with that one.
Looks like she thinks that should have been a strike at the top of the zone, but doesn't seem to be too upset. That's just a case where I think she's trying to get a better feel for the umpire's strike zone and what he's going to be calling. That's just a part of pitching.
So up next for Toronto, Connor Griffin. That one at triple digits. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Now batting Jarren Duran.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. We played an inning, no score. We head to the bottom of the second, and now for the Jays, Bobby Fleer. Fought off foul. That clips the corner.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Matt Wallner. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Goes 6'1", 30 years old now. She's the reigning American League Cy Young Award winner.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters. And more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's an immaculate inning.
All she's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning, 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Welcome back.
Leading
and coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Jacob Melton leading things off and takes a strike. Swing, and the bat went flying there.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure her out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Foul ball there. Set down on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Here's the third baseman. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And a strike right through there. That one, triple digits. Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. 9 straight retired. Back now in Toronto. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Lars Nootbaar. And a foul ball. Struck him out without a swing. So she cracks double digits with her 10th strikeout. And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Connor Griffin. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
She's just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. That's her 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. So up next Jarren Duran. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. She's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And a big swing and a miss. 2 down, nobody out. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and she just couldn't find the zone.
3. Got him looking for the K. And she strikes out the side for the 4th time. Gomez back at it, working with a lead.
Yeah, the scoreboard favors her, so can't give this offense a reason to believe, Boog. It's about keeping momentum. Get ahead, stay ahead. Well, these Blue Jays just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. She's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Wow, short work to send it packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop she was dealing with at the plate.
So now here's the DH, Matt Wallner. Right through there for a strike. Sliced hard but foul.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. She wanted that call.
2. Close but called a ball. 2-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And she strikes out the side for the 5th time today. Incredible. So 5 perfect innings in the book. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Jays, Jacob Melton.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
The 0-2. Struck him out looking. So she gets yet another strikeout, 16 so far.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
And here's the catcher.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
The 0-1 taps softly to the right side. He steps on the bag, and there's 2 down.
I don't know what it looks like going through the zone for those hitters, but the swings are defensive, and that's a real indicator, along with just the other stuff you guys have noticed about how nasty she is right now.
That one at triple digits. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Battling here as he fouls it away. Rolled over to third. Marlin fires to first on the run, and they get the out. So she's perfect through 6. This is Guardians baseball on the show, Ohio. Bottom of the 7th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Lars Nootbaar.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level pitcher like this.
The 0-2. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. Connor Griffin getting ready to hit.
Going at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Ball 1 there.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late. That's a timing problem. They need to get right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Make it 18 strikeouts on the day. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Toronto, Jarren Duran.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. The Jays hitless so far in the game. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Jays, Bobby Fleer. That one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. They'll have some adjustments to make.
Up the middle. Slings to first in time. So just 4 more outs to get through. And the tension is building in the ballpark right now.
Yeah, and we can feel it in the booth. She's got these hitters locked up.
2 down, nobody on. And that's fouled off.
She's been so great today. Really just throwing whatever the catcher puts down. I mean, she hasn't shaken off.
3. She locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So now Gomez back out for the 9th. Complete game within reach. She's earned this shot, Singy.
Yeah, now it's about focus and execution. She wants to walk off to applause, not traffic.
Way out front for strike 2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's one down.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Here's the Toronto catcher.
Boog, I'll tell you right now, every player defensively on their toes like never before.
Strike two.
They want to make sure they have the opportunity to put this pitcher in the history books. They're going to make the play. Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Number 47 stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Gomez thought that was a strike, and here's the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. 2 down, nobody on. They're down to their final strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. He's got it. It's a perfect game.